Ladies and gentlemen, mirrors and genticles, and of course bronies and pegasuses, welcome back to Dracula 3, Path of the Dragon. And I just found out how to get the inventory up. You right click with the mouse button and you will get this weird thing, and this is what we need. So we pick that up, and then we just put it there.
It's the dynastic
Done.
emblem of Vlad's family. Where did you find it?
A vagabond gave it to Ozana. Perhaps I should return it to her.
Oh, but its place is here. The person who took it had no right to pillage these ruins.
I must admit, you're right.
And now what?
Can you hear? The wolves multiplied during the war. Now that peace has returned, they're hungry.
Skeletons. Exposed during the destruction of the ramparts.
They were convicts who died of exhaustion while digging the foundation of the castle. They were buried where they fell, probably so their ghost would guard the place.
Is there anything else? I love the scenery.
This tree is a Sorbus acuparia, commonly known as the mountain ash or the rowan tree. I already have some.
Can we use it on this? Nope. Let's talk to you.
These ruins are impressive, aren't they?
Yeah, I know. Oh well. Not much that happens here. Let's go down. Can you walk any slower? Oh Jesus. Right. So let's go into.
It's not polite to burst in on people this way.
I mean,
I should ring.
really? Oh.
No one. I'll come back.
So what am I supposed to do now? Talk to this guy?
The telephone is in the next room. Once you've seen how incompetent the police are, come back to see me.
Okay. And I hope you're
Number,
doing fine
please.
this weekend. We are going to call the police.
You want the police?
Want the police?
Yes, put me through to the police station in charge of La Vista, please.
Hold the line. You're connected.
Provincial Police, what is it?
This is Father Moriani. Well, several people died in Vladoviste in mysterious circumstances.
Vladoviste? You have the wrong department. You have to contact the Transylvania Regional Brigade. Ask for Inspector General Brutar at Alba Euler 22.
Okay. Well, let's call that guy then.
Number, please. Please hold. You're connected.
This is Inspector Brutar.
Hello, this is Father Arno Moriani. I belong to the Sacred Congregation of Rites. I've come to Vladoviste to investigate the case of Martha Caligaro in view of her eventual canonization.
Martha Caligaro. I remember her well. Always bothering my men with unbelievable stories and groundless complaints. She wasn't a bad woman, but she had a screw loose.
I'll note your opinion. Inspector, I'm calling because my investigation has revealed several suspicious deaths, which all occurred in Vladoviste. They could very well be murders.
Give me the names of the supposed victims.
Marian Marescu, dead in October 1913. Seldrick Maliskal in July 1916. And an unidentified young girl who died in November 1919.
I see exactly what you're talking about. Wasn't it a certain Stefan Luca who transmitted this information to you?
Well, that is...
Of course it's him. Don't believe anything he tells you. He's just been fired by his newspaper. He's just a troublemaker. Father Moriani, I have to warn you. Our country is currently in the grip of a certain agitation. And the Catholic minority isn't viewed very positively by certain political groups. So, if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't prolong my visit to Transylvania.
Thank you for your advice, but you understand that I can't leave without carrying out my mission.
Go on. I'm listening.
Well, we have 3 individuals dead in the same region and in the same manner, drained of their blood. That would suggest the work of some perverted criminal, wouldn't it?
No, believe me. It would suggest, rather, that your informant is bored and has a fertile imagination.
A reason to think Martha Caligula was murdered.
None.
Did a physician examine her body?
Certainly not. Why bother? Her death wasn't at all suspect.
Goodbye, Inspector. The police think that Martha was mad. Her case doesn't look good, but it's out of the question for me to close the file without digging deeper. Let's go back to the journalist to question him.
Okay. So now we have been talking to the Vladivist and Transylvanian police, and we're going back to this guy.
Good. Did you call the police? Are you convinced that they won't do a thing? Then we can go on to serious matters. Read these 2 letters and tell me what you think of them.
Vampires, hosts. My lord, I must elucidate this sorry affair. Let's subject Stefan Luca to some methodical questioning. The letters you showed me raise a lot of questions. First of all, what exactly does the term vampire signify?
Vampire, Wampir, Upir, Upir, Brucolacus for the Greeks. Do these words really evoke nothing for you?
Maracas?
To tell you the truth, they do. I seem to recall reading something about these, creatures. So, if I understand right, Martha tried to drive them back with a communion host ground into a powder?
That's right. With the crumbs from the host. She drew a protective circle.
Tell me, was the host consecrated?
I suppose so.
Did Father Gregoriou know that this sort of activity was going on in his parish?
The best would be for you to ask him the question. That's the frightful reality.
And why don't the residents do something to rid themselves of a curse like that?
Because they're resigned and submissive. To vanquish evil, you have to be strong.
I'm sorry, I'm
She wasn't
a
that
little
old.
bit off while I'm
Overworked,
recording
perhaps?
this, and
Come on, she was in
this
perfect
video will
health.
suck because I'm
Just
so
before
quiet,
she
but
died, she
I
was
am
still hiking in the mountains.
so exhausted. I am recording
Since
this
the war,
on
we've changed our nationality and our official
Wednesday.
language. One
I've
thing
already
hasn't varied.
done
The ineffectiveness of the police. Worse,
a lot of
I think
videos.
they've sold out to our enemy. I have reason to believe they wanted to intimidate Martha, or even worse.
2 Monday, 2 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, and 3 to today, which is Wednesday.
Yes, we chatted over a glass of Tsuika,
And
our
then I'm
local
done.
prune brandy.
I'm
Yeah, I know
done for the
he's a
week,
great
and they
lad,
will
very
be
cultured,
put it
but
out
he has a
this
rare
weekend.
lack of imagination. Young Maria? No,
Should be
I
out
didn't want to
on
frighten her. I don't think she can help us
Not
in any
Wednesday.
case. Father,
Friday.
help me resume the task that Martha began. With a priest at my side, I'd feel stronger.
It's not so simple. You see, this affair is really not in my purview.
Okay. Shall we?
I have to question Father Gregoriou about this sinister story of vampires.
Number, please. Just one moment, please. You're connected. Greenleaf Rest Home. Good day.
Could I speak to Father Gregoriou Nigescu, please? This is Father Arno Moriani.
One moment, I'll see.
This is Father Gregorio Nigescu.
Hello, this is Father Arno Moriani. Father, I have to discuss a very delicate subject with you. Please answer my questions very precisely. It's important. Do you know Stefan Luca?
He's a journalist, a friend of Martha's. They developed photographs together.
According to Stefan Luca, Martha Caligaro believed in vampires and engaged in strange rituals.
It's true. And before you ask the question, yes, I helped her.
You do know the position of the church on this subject, don't you?
I know it, and I don't doubt that it's a very reasonable position when you think about the question, seated in an office in Rome. But in Vladoviste, the situation is different.
Do you want me to tell you how things happened?
I went to the dispensary to give extreme unction to Seldrick, a poor child who's wasting away. I uttered a few of the usual prayers, and then I gave Martha the sacred hosts. She used the wafers to draw a protective circle around the sick boy. Was it sacrilege? You're entitled to think so. But the child was going to die in spite of the transfusions. We had to try everything to drive away the creature that was feeding on him. What would you have done in my place?
Kill the vampire?
Unfortunately not. 2 nights later, the window opened mysteriously, and the wind blew away the protective circle. Martha found the child dead, with wounds on his neck. Yes, a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
The war began shortly after the child's death.
Talking.
I left the village to serve as an army chaplain. Upon my return, we tried to save a young amnesia victim. The girl seemed possessed. She ripped off the garlic necklaces that we hung on her neck and left her room every night. She didn't survive long. Young Ariel almost died as well, but Martha saved him by sending him away from the village. It was probably the only thing to do.
Stefan Luca holds that Martha was murdered.
It's very likely. I knew she was threatened. I'd offered her a dog to protect her. Now that seems to me to have been laughable. As if a dog could have stopped the enemy she was confronting.
Do you think that enemy was a vampire? A supernatural creature?
An emanation of the devil. If you'd lived a few years in Vladoviste, you wouldn't doubt it.
Have you ever heard of the Path of the Dragon?
Martha spoke to me of it. It's a sort of accursed way of the cross, which leads to the source of
evil. She embarked upon it against my advice. I wanted to protect her. Oh, I was wrong.
Why is that?
She died fighting. I fled. Today, it is she who has the good part.
Thank you for your frankness, Father. Of course, you realize that after your revelations, Martha will never be canonized.
Yes, of course. What does it matter if she rests in peace?
Another thing, if a direct question is asked, I shall be forced to evoke your part in this business.
So be it. But you should know that my only regret is not to have helped Martha more. In the end, I slipped away. It was cowardly of me.
Yes,
The
it
Lord
was.
is
You
our
should
only
have helped.
judge. I have no wish to condemn you. Goodbye, Father Gregoriou. I wish you a good rest.
Goodbye, Father Arno.
All right, now it's time to make my report to Monsignor Briganti.
Number, please. Hold the line. Hello? International switchboard? Rome for Vladiviste. Rome, Vatican 6-5. Please hold.
This is Cardinal Felicio Briganti.
This is Father Arno Moriani,
How is your investigation going?
a journalist friend of Martha Caligaro, has a strange story to tell. He maintains she was assassinated by a dark power.
What? And what do the police think?
According to them, the reporter is a pathological liar, and Martha wasn't right in the head. As for me, I'm coming to more or less the same conclusions. I have proof that Martha believed in vampires and kept them away with the sacred host.
How could that be? The file seemed so serious. What a disappointment. And as for those vampire stories, tell me, was the parish priest aware of this?
Yes.
And he did nothing? Said nothing?
Well, that is,
Don't tell me he took part in these magical rites.
in fact, yes.
Good heavens! And was he paid for that?
I have no reason to think so. He seemed entirely disinterested and sincere to me. And he's very sick.
Well, rest assured that I don't want to incriminate him personally, but we have to react at once, or people will say the Catholic Church encourages superstition.
What am I supposed to do? I'm
Stay
just a
near
little
your
priest
phone, please, Arno. I'll make
with bad
2 calls
nightmares
and get
and
right back to you.
weird visuals. Swing.
This is Father Arno Moriani.
Arno, I've informed the Diocese of Albayula. They're stunned and say it's a setup. Are you sure about what you're putting forth?
The testimony of Father Gregoriou seems conclusive to me.
How could a priest encourage practices of the sort? That's the crux of the matter. I spoke about it upstairs and learned to my consternation that we're not dealing with an isolated instance here. Believe it or not, this is the 20th century and there's a fresh outbreak of belief in vampires. It's probably connected to the success of certain novels that have troubled impressionable minds. And so, I have new instructions for you.
I suppose that I close the Caligaro file then?
Certainly. And you open another one on vampires.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
You
excuse
heard
me?
right? Study the legend. Demolish it. Prove that it is not based on reality. We'll give your report widespread distribution.
Yes, but hasn't the Church already taken a position on the question?
To be sure, Benedict XIV formally condemned belief in vampires, but that was 2 centuries ago. It's time to bring his message up to date.
What exactly am I to do?
Seek the origins of the myth, but also pay attention to its literary aspects, its recent manifestations.
show that those phenomena that terrorize the naive are either pure fabrication or have explanations that aren't supernatural. Let me insist on one point, Arno. For your research, it's important that you consult the best scientific experts. We need the authority of a doctor and a historian to support your conclusions.
Do you think that a rational discourse can vanquish superstition?
I know the battle is never definitively won, but it must be fought. I hope the task doesn't seem too daunting for you.
Not at all. You're entrusting me with an unexpected job, but a very interesting one. I'll get at it without delay.
I'm counting on you. No, it's better that I contact them, if need be. The Diocese of Albayula let it be known that the canonization of a local native would enable the Catholics, who are in minority in Transylvania, to reaffirm their identity with regard to the Orthodox. This can be very important in a nation under construction. That's why the process began so quickly. It would seem self-evident, but the diocese might object. I'd rather not run the risk. Unless circumstances force you to.
So
You
let's
had
see.
to celebrate
We
a
got
funeral
Janus,
mass,
who
for
is
example.
a
Your mission
historian.
is delicate, Arno.
And we got
Difficult to
that
accomplish without
doctor
attending someone.
in town,
But
so
I have
we should be
faith in
good.
you. You'll know how to act
We have to
suitably.
go and fetch them.
Goodbye, Your Eminence.
Be well, Arno.
Is Janus still up at the castle?
Dr. Florescu came by. She asked for you to go to the dispensary because she needs blood donors, if you're so inclined.
Fine, I'll go there.
Did you like that? Me, I never go up there. Anyway, with my legs, it ain't possible anymore. Those ain't legends, Father. Begging your pardon, but you shouldn't talk about those things. It brings bad luck. Tell me, Father, do you think Martha will be sanctified?
Do you mean canonized?
Yeah, that's it. I hope she'll be canonized. A saint and a pilgrimage. That's what Vladivista is missing. That'd sure make people come, you know.
I haven't the heart to tell him the truth.
Okay, so let's go see the doctor first. Remember to call.
Come in! It's open!
Thank you for stopping by. I noticed that my blood stocks were really insufficient. Would you let me take a sample of yours?
Certainly. I was a priest medic during the war. I saw many lives saved thanks to transfusions.
Oh, so you're a nurse as well. Then you'll be able to do it yourself. Great. I have to rush off to see a patient on the other side of the village.
Oh, what exactly do I have to do?
Draw your blood and place the bottle in the refrigerated chest. The combination is easy to remember. The date the dispensary was built. They're coming to get me. I have to go. Could you mark your blood type in the analysis reports? And also determine the types of the last 3 donors? I didn't have time to run the tests. Oh yes, and if the phone rings, please answer. See you later.
Oh Jesus, so much to do.
All right, down to work. I hope I haven't lost a touch.
no. Needles.
I have to sterilize this equipment before I use it.
Inventory.
I have to sterilize this equipment before I use it.
But I did. I was going to. So. Oh well. Okay, let's take pots. What? Let's put this here. Pot. Ah, there we are. And we will put that there. And the water will start boiling. I think. Ah, here we go. We're making some great progress today. Oh, that's the... Oh shit. Everything's going on. Oh no! Panic! Where's the phone? Where is the phone? I hear the phone. Ah, there it is. Oh well. Jesus fucking Christ.
This is Professor Heinrich von Kruger.
This is Father Arno Moriani. Dr. Florescu has gone out. May I take a message?
Please ask him to call me back as soon as possible at Munich 321941.
I'll be sure to do that. Goodbye, Professor.
Goodbye, Father.
Okay. Let's sterilize this stuff.
It's not hot enough to boil the water.
We're just going to place another one in there. It should be boiling in lickety split. There we are.
First, I have to wash my hands with soap. Never handle medical equipment with dirty hands. During the war, I saw far too many comrades die from infected wounds.
Do that then. Shall we place this on the table? Okay, then we're taking cotton and we're putting on... No, we're not. We're all taking away this. No, we're not. What am I doing? I'm not doctor. No, no. No, 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 I'm not doctor. Let's put this there and then we're taking this and putting there. Then we're taking no, we're not. No, no. Let's... Oh shit. Holy shit. Let's put that there. No, there. No. No. What the hell? No. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. That there. Aha. Then that. No. Ah, there. And that. There. And that. There.
I've done this hundreds of times to other people, but giving yourself a shot is not the same thing. Be brave. It has to be done.
Okay. What the hell are we?
First, disinfect the area where we're injecting the needle.
Who needs that? There and there and that should be enough. We're taking the needle and we're injecting it in the priest. Oh shit. Oh shit.
My veins aren't prominent enough.
What are with...
I have to make my veins appear to know where to prick.
Uh-huh. Look at me stabbing the police like a fucking idiot. Well, it's the fucking vein, no. There it is. There we are.
That's the right place. All that's left to do is press the needle deep into the vein.
Oh, you like that, yes? Oh, yes. Und da. Give me blood. Come on, you piece of crap.
The blood's not flowing.
No shit! Yeah, right, you have done this many times.
I have to take off the tourniquet.
And you tell me that's no? Shit!
The ampoule is full. Perfect. Now I have to store the bottle of blood in the refrigerated cabinet.
Okay. Where is cabinet? Cabinet not in there. Need to find cabinets. Where is cabinets? Not there. No. Aha. Okay, so what did you say? Documents? No. Oh my god, there's a lot. Dispensary was built, so where is dispensary? Here we are. Is it this? No, it can't be. Let's see. Nope. Nope. 1940, maybe. Oh shit. Nope. Damn it. Look at me. Not paying any attention to the story at all. I'll be back. And I'm back. It was 1905. Here we are.
The door of the refrigerated cabinet mustn't stay open too long.
Okay, we are in a hurry. Hurry. Where is blood? There is blood. Then we put blood in fridge.
Now I have to figure out my blood type, as well as that of the 3 last donors, and update the analysis reports. The door of the refrigerated cabinet mustn't stay open too long.
Then let's close it. Hmm. Oh my god. How are we?
First, I have to wash my hands with soap.
Aha. Oops. To put drops of liquid on the paste, use the pipette. Help? No! Get back in there.
Let's just leave the bottles in the cabinet. If I need a sample, it'd be best to use a test tube.
Okay. So let's put one of these. Oh, are we doing this? Like that. Then we're doing this. There we are. Let me close this. Oops. And now? Okay. So we can actually clean it off. We're doing like this. Well, like this. Oh yeah. There we are. So we got B. Mhm. Mm. Okay, so oops. Yeah, it's right. So there we are. And she isn't back yet. So what am I supposed to do now? I'm the priest, yes. Oops. Oh, I need to do this for all of them. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Janus.
Perfect. I'm sure of my results. Maria should be happy. I've done my work well.
There we are.
I finished the sample and the tests. Have you been back long?
I should have come help you, shouldn't I?
I was delighted to be of assistance. But now I have to think of my own work.
Of course. I hope your investigation is going well.
It has changed character. As strange as it might seem, I now am ordered to study some supernatural creatures, vampires.
Vampires? Like Dracula?
Dracula?
Don't you know it? It's a wonderful novel. I'll get it for you. Look at this book. It's Dracula by Bram Stoker. Oscar Wilde said it was the most beautiful novel of the century.
It is. It's a really, really good book.
What a massive novel. Let's peruse it to see if there are any interesting parts.
Okay. Time to die. Jesus Christ. Clicking away. They actually got the whole novel in. Okay, A for effort, but really guys? What am I looking for? Today. I'm going to destroy my computer mouse, am I? Aren't I? Okay, that's it.
I was captivated by this novel. And you know the strangest thing? The author used Vlad Tepes as his model for the character of Dracula.
Vlad Tepes? The voivode?
The very same one. The one who used to rule from the Castle of Twilight, whose ruins you must have noticed. Vlad Tepes, nicknamed Dracula. I can guess what comes next. He wants me to call back as soon as possible.
Yes.
You don't really want to, if I'm not mistaken.
Professor Kruger is a great scientist. He worked with Martha and now insists on me continuing her research. But I haven't a research scientist's soul. Anyway, it's too much work.
Now, isn't that a shame?
Oh, please, Father, no sermons. I promise that I'll take it upon myself to finish the analyses he wants from me.
Talk, 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 talk.
I'm afraid not. For me, vampires are romantic fictional characters, not subjects to be studied.
Oh. So you have seen the anime as well?
In fact,
Which
I did
animes are
observe
there?
several spontaneous cures.
Hellsing,
But, you know,
Black Blood
this sort of thing
Brothers.
happens relatively frequently. Spontaneous does not necessarily mean
There's one about
miraculous.
a teenage
Everything's
girl that
possible.
I can't place my finger on what it's called. Okay. If you know the anime, please leave a comment below.
Stoker speaks of this voivod Dracula who earned his nickname attacking the Turks beyond the Great River at the very border of their country. That clearly signifies Vlad Tepes. That prince spent his youth as a captive of the Turks. Afterwards, he fought them fiercely. It's been translated into every language, and I've heard that the director, Murnau, is going to do a film version, but I don't know if I will have the opportunity to see the movie. The word has two meanings, devil or dragon. I like him. One day he came to the dispensary and took a picture of me. He gave me some prints. I know him. He came to the dispensary too, to give his blood.
Okay.
I have to talk with Janos. I wonder if he knows that his great hero, Vlad Tepes, served as the model for Dracula, the vampire.
So let's see if he's up by the castle. Walking, walking, walking. Skipping, skipping, skipping. Hello, Janos.
Hello, Janos. I have a surprise for you. I've just been ordered to conduct an investigation into vampires.
What do you know? Anything can happen. I was talking about the same subject with Stefan Luca, who just arrived at the inn. He's kind of a fanatic, and firmly believes in the existence of vampires. You should question him.
You're more useful to me because you're a historian. I have several questions to ask you, particularly about Vlad Tepes.
The recognized expert on the subject was Professor Van Bergen.
The great Orientalist. The man who crisscrossed Asia for the English Secret Service?
The very one. At his death, his superb collection was bequeathed to his successor, Professor Irina Buxov. Speak about her to Stefan Luca. I think he has
It's very
her
scientific. I mean,
So Professor
it's
Boxoff
not
would be the person to
that
consult?
scientific when it's come to
number.
Dracula.
Without a doubt. She possesses remarkable pieces on the subject
If
you are
you have
interested
seen
in.
the movies,
A manuscript of a biography of Vlad Tepes, in particular.
read the
Good.
novels.
I shall get in touch with her.
That's a legend forged by his enemies. Stoker was inspired by it to write a very bad novel. It's a journey of initiation that some traditions associate with Vlad Tepes. Most likely because Vlad was called Dracula, which means the dragon or the devil. But it's more related to occultism than to history. Professor Buxov will fill you in better than I can. I assume she took some of your blood? She gets everybody to contribute.
Okay. So, shall we go back to the inn or shall we?
Greetings, stranger.
Alright, we haven't met
Hello.
the gypsy
I'm Father
yet.
Arno Moriani.
I am Luana, the gypsy.
I
Tell
had
me,
to.
priest, do you want to know the future?
I actually had to.
I'd prefer to
restart
ask you about
the
the
game from
past
the
and
beginning
the
because I
present.
couldn't find a way to save.
Yes. She did not choose an easy path. From behind the high grass, the wolf observes the flock and carries off the weak and isolated.
As usual, the Oracle speaks in obscure, mysterious terms.
That is because it does not want to lie, nor provoke the anger of the powerful. Certain things, but I also know the virtues of silence. As much as I want to know. I have a feeling that before the end you will know more than me about the dragon.
You are very helpful, are you?
It just so happens that my congregation has ordered me to undertake an inquiry on the vampires.
Inquire? We have to fight!
Suppose they exist. If that's the case, isn't it essential to study them first? Know thy enemy.
Ours is wily and difficult to get at, unless we take the path of the dragon. That was Martha's conviction.
The path of the dragon?
The dragon. The vampire. Dracula. All these names designate our adversary. The path of the dragon leads to his lair. Look at this file that Martha entrusted me with on her return from Turkey. She had established that the path comprised 7 trials. The related documents are sorted in 7 folders.
I know that work. It's Raphael's crucifixion.
Yes, photographed by Martha. According to her, this painting has a connection with the first stage on the path of the dragon.
Really? The painting has a hidden meaning?
Martha thought so. She spoke to me of other versions of the same work of art, slightly modified reproductions she examined in private collections. According to her, to understand the hidden message, the original's not enough. It has to be compared to the copies and the variations noted.
Do you have other versions of the painting?
Unfortunately not. Martha gave me this file at the beginning of her research, for she feared her papers would be stolen.
I'm going to go through
Afterwards,
this book.
we had a falling out, and she
Then I'm going
didn't
to end this
transmit
video
anything else
because it
to me.
starts to get
I'm certainly
pretty
lacking
long.
some essential pieces.
We're radically changing style, you could say.
This other document is a sketch Martha made of an ancient bas-relief.
The inscription is hard to make out. It vaguely resembles Enochian.
But the drawing is clear. The figure is slashing his veins.
I see the sketch is classified in the first folder with the crucifixion. Is there a connection then between these 2 documents and the first stage of the path?
For Martha, there was no doubt about it. Here's a sketch of another bas-relief, from the same place as the previous one. Martha associated it with the second trial.
There aren't any other documents? Nothing for the 5 last tests?
They're all I have, but I'm sure that Martha found many others, if I'd only been more conciliatory.
Okay, I want to check this out. Or I can't. Ah, here we are. Whoa. Glitchy. Oh well. Nothing. And I'm going to end this video here. And hope you enjoy it. A little bit of the motivation here because I'm so tired. I might actually quit recording for today. Start fresh tomorrow, which will be Thursday. I have recorded in 3 days straight and I still have some to do. So I see you next time.